Hey everybody, Carl Schoof here from GreenSock, and today I want to show you what our text plugin can do. This demo here resembles what one of our forum users was doing. He wanted to move an object across the screen and then change the text inside of it. So I'm just going to hit run, and you'll see that the green box moves across the screen, and then the I am done text shows up. I'll run it one more time, and there you go. So naturally you would use a timeline for any type of sequence like this, and what he had done was created his own change text function that he would call using call. So we call change text, pass in these parameters, the element, and then the text it's going to change, the scope, and then the position parameter. And then he had to write, of course, his own little custom function that would change the text on that element. Well, this all works, but first off, it's very verbose, and you have to write your own custom function to do this. But more importantly, the issue is that something like this isn't reversible. So if I was to set up this timeline to yo-yo, watch what happens. The animation plays forward, the text changes, but then it stays there on the way back, okay? Hopefully you understand that when the timeline plays backwards, we can't tell this function to undo the changes that it did. This function has no idea that it's part of a timeline, and there's no way of setting that text back to what it was. So the solution here is to use the text plugin. And I'm just going to change what we have here to this. Notice I'm using a set, and I'm passing in a text property and then the text that I want to change. I no longer need this function here, and I'm going to run, and you'll see now that the animation moves, I am done shows up, and then on reverse it goes away. So we're going to run, change the text to I am done, and then it reverses just fine. Now with something like this, it's easy to create, a whole sequence of text changes. So maybe you really want to get the point across that this animation is done. I'm going to hit run, and it says, I am done, really, for sure, really, I'm done, and then it goes back. So the whole thing reverses perfectly, and it's a lot less code. What's cool about this too is that you don't just need to set the text, we can actually animate the text as well. So I'm going to do a to-tween here, and I'm going to give it a duration of 1, and I'll say for sure I mean it. Okay, just hit run and check it out. We have our little sequence, I'm done, really, for sure I mean it. And that all types out, it reverses, and goes all the way back. So yeah, it's a little silly, but hopefully you get the idea. You don't need to use this plugin just in the context of a timeline. I could, but I don't want to anymore. I'm going to get rid of it and just paste in this little tween that takes the heading 1 here. There's a little span at the end, and I'm going to change the text, and you'll notice that we have, a cool little typewriter effect. And what did we do? We wrote one little line of code. I'll run this one more time just so you can see. It is so much fun. And it is. So like I said originally, this demo came from a question in our forums. If you ever have any questions at all about GSAP, please swing by, ask your question. We have a bunch of heroes and myself willing to help you out, give you guys great answers, demos, and explain all we can about GSAP. And if you want to see more videos like this, just little quick tips under 5 minutes, please let us know. Give us a shout on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, and especially on YouTube. Give us a little thumbs up, leave your comments. We love hearing from you guys. If you want more of these videos, just let us know. Happy tweening.